Someone, guys. So I've just spent about 30 minutes, responding to DMs on Instagram, just people asking for advice or guidance or just my opinion on something. And one thing I've picked up is that the majority of them is based on like relationship advice. You know, I'm looking for a partner like this. I'm looking for this or this or that. My girlfriend moves like this. My boyfriend moves like this. Going back with my ex. And one thing that keeps coming up, and one thing that I'm picking up on these messages, that people lack self-awareness. They don't know what bafunan in relationships. They really, really don't know. I've realized that a lot of people are just lonely and they're just seeking a companion. I've realized that a lot of people are just horny and they just want to smash and dash, and this is also sisters. So now you'll have a lot of sisters who are into relationships or get into relationships so that she doesn't hoe around, so now she's getting constant from this person. And unfortunately, being in relationships just for sex doesn't, some people mistake that chemistry that comes with sex versus companionship and what the aim of us getting into relationships is. And I've realized, Uguti, because people lack self-awareness, they don't know who they are, so they don't know what they want. It was so crazy because I was chatting to my partner and I was saying to her, Uguti, like, in a relationship, what's your superpower? And she got stunned. I was like, I know we rather, like, I think in the current terms, these new current terms, it's what do you bring to the table? What do you have to offer? And I realized very quickly people haven't introspected on that space. People say stock standard things. And again, I'm seeing this through the DMs. Every girl will say she's loyal. Every girl will say, I'll bring feminine energy. They just bring the stereotypical things. The same with guys who will provide and protect. What does that even mean, guys? You want to get into a relationship, but you don't even know what you are there to offer. Why Penson instead of Usbong saying is the question that you should be asking yourself. Why should, exactly like a job interview, if there are 10 people interviewing for this one job, the assumption is that everybody here has that stock standard things. They are loyal, they are loving. What sets you apart from this person or that person? And once you can kind of identify, excuse guys, once you can identify what it is about you that sets you apart and what makes you unique and why you're special, that is then what you go and highlight in the world, and then you'll start attracting. It's such a simple thing. So many guys are out there just chasing bums, thinking they'll eventually find the right one to commit to. All you're doing is hoeing yourself, bro. What's the benefit of that? How are you growing, becoming better? Sisters are out there looking for a guy with cash or looking for a guy. I've broken it down for my own self and how I want to grow, as a person. And I've said, and I've given us 5 pillars, and I've spoken about the mental pillar, the psychological pillar. I've spoken about my moral and my spiritual journey, my finances. I've spoken about my physical being. And when you speak to people, they have no concept of that. And I'm telling you, Guti, for me, in a relationship, I need someone who, from a mental point, is very, very strong. What do I bring? I bring a lot of strength mentally. I think I'm a relatively smart guy. I think I'm a well-read guy. I know what's currently happening all over the world politically, in terms of the economy. I know. Psychologically, I think my EQ is very, very high. I understand that. Morally, I come from the gutter, come from the streets, but I'm trying to clean that shit up. That's my downfall. Got you. Financially, I might. Financially, I'm okay. Financially, physically, I guess I'm a foot as well. So I have a great sense of understanding myself and what sets me apart. I know, Uti, I'm very fatherly, meaning I want to grow you. I want to assist you develop and achieve your goals. If you speak to partners that I've had, ex-partners, they'll say, Uti, yes, as he's got many flaws, so many flaws, but he did assist on this, and this. If you're in a relationship with me, so Jim, so physically, no, I don't, so we'll eat as best as we can. If you're in a relationship with me, you're going to open a savings account because you need to fix your savings. You're going to tell me how much you owe the bank and how we can strategize in order to pay off your loans. That's going to happen with me. We're going to be on this morality, spiritual journey together. You're going to know about Donald Trump and what's happening in the Middle East. You're going to know about the currents happening in this. I want to grow you. I want you to be a better version of yourself. You're going to apply to bigger jobs. You're going to start a business. You're going to do something that takes you to that next level. That's my superpower. That's what I bring to the table. That warm, fatherly love, that tough love that makes you want to be a better person. That's what I bring, and I support it as best as I can. Do I support you financially? If that's the case. Do I support you mentally? Do I support you? Yeah, but I'll support you. That's what I bring. And you ask James, what sets you apart from this guy? Agaz. Oh, because I can fuck better. Why? How do you know? Have you also fucked that guy? How do you know that you can fuck better than that guy? What do you bring? Just because you bought a bottle that one time and Wahamba Edgar's was selling a handbag for 20 rand? What is the aim of the relationship, guys? What is it that you're trying to get out of it? People are having situationships and calling them relationships. And there's no growth in them. And you see it because after 3 months, after 6 months, it's done. It's a pelid. And you ask yourself, after the relationship, what did you get out of that relationship? What did you get out of that relationship? I got a handbag. What you got? A wallet. That's what you got out of the relationship. The person didn't motivate you to go and upgrade and get better marks or to study. Oh, I met this guy. He really helped me apply to UNISA. And in that relationship, yes, we've broken up, but now I've got my honors degree thanks to him motivating and pushing me. And yes, he did support me financially, helped me with the registration fee. That's what you got. Perfect. You've grown. You've become a better person. I didn't know how to drive. Now I was with this person. He taught me how to drive. Now I can drive. Why did you leave? I was for the streets. I was hanging around. Morally, now I feel good about myself. The person that looks back in the mirror is a person now who actually values themselves. In every relationship, in every partnership, it's how we can assist each other grow. That's the aim of it. Whether you're in a business partnership or again, or romantic relationship, the aim is to assist each other to grow. I love love, but love is not enough. Love is the main pillar, got you. But there's other things that keep it going. In a relationship, your only thing is how can I make this person's life so much better? If you can't do that, don't get into a relationship. Selfishly work on yourself. Selfishly work on growing your finances. Selfishly work on getting healthier. Selfishly work on all these other pillars for yourself. When you are ready to find someone else to pour all of this into as well, then you get into a relationship. And they must reciprocate that same shit. They must also help you. That is a partnership. Think about it from a business point. Would you go into business with someone who's not growing the business? With someone who's not coming with that extra thing to help us get to that next level? Would you get into a business? No, you wouldn't. Fuck no. Some of you guys are just in situationships, calling it relationships, and there's nothing there. Guys, I'm reading all these, I'm 25, I'm that, and I go, bro, I love you, dog. I love you, dog, but really, work on you. Work on you. Work on trying to understand who you are. What do you offer you? What makes you uniquely you? In introspect. Get to that next level, super saiyan. Once you understand who you are, what you want, where you are going, I promise you'll start attracting this type of energy. Same thing with jobs. People are like, hey, I can't get a job. I can't. Develop yourself. Develop yourself. Develop your brand. I did this video last video. Develop yourself. Upgrade. Get your honors. Get your masters. Upgrade. Get your brand out there. Develop yourself mentally. Get your brand out. All of a sudden, with LinkedIn, they're going to start sending you DMs. Hey, fam, can you please send through CV? You start attracting that energy that you are. If you're a hoe of a gent or a hoe of a sister, you're going to be attracting hoes. If you're a lazy guy, you're going to start attracting those type of friends. Look at your friendship circle. Look at the people that you keep around you. They represent who you actually are. If you're around killers, you're a killer. If you're around rugby players, you're a rugby player. It rubs off on each other. But this thing of being in circles where all your friends are fuckboys, and now you tell me that you're struggling with a relationship, I wonder why. You're in a space where all your friends are slay queens, busy sleeping with this guy, and now you want to come and ask me for relationship advice? Come on. Work on you. Anyway, guys, please continue sending these messages. Some of the messages are really deep. they can be yeah, how can I put this? It can be a lot, because some of it is very, very personal and painful. So I do try as best as I can to respond as soon as I can. But I know there's so many messages I haven't gotten around to, but I will get there. Kancane kancane. Ningapheli umoya, guys. Ngiyanithanda ngempela, for real. Please let me know in the comments below, guys. Let's do better. Let's grow. Let's develop. Let's be better versions of ourselves. Please share this video far and wide. Let's start these conversations. There's no beating your chest here thinking you're silverback because you keep sleeping with people's sisters. Control yourself, control your wiener, keep it wrapped if you do get out there. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, notification bell, all those good things. Ngiyantanda, guys. Ngiyantanda. Have yourselves a fantastic day.